I recently made a deep fake of myself to deceive my audience, and it totally worked.
People are selling AI-generated nudes on Reddit. They look crazy real. Like, I don't know if you've seen them.
Yeah.
You have a situation where OnlyFans is now going to be run by dudes. OnlyFans is going to be guys buying fake photos of girls from dudes.
I mean, that's a win and a loss for the boys, though, because
this is why you won't see me trying out any of those fun new AI apps. For me, the ones that are the most concerning is the fact that all of the problems we have on Internet 2.0 to do with sexism and misogyny haven't been fixed, so they're only going to be even worse in this new frontier of things like AI. And extremely easy to make these look really believable, and it can really ruin someone's life and is a huge violation.
Are selling nudes of AI-generated women on Reddit, and it's working. At least that's the bold claim of the article that I read. But hey, maybe I should learn how to do that, so I can finally start my AI OnlyFans account.
AI apps are being used to undress women. Who could have known? This is really a surprise, but let's talk about this today. We're in unprecedented times, and it seems to be filled with rampant digital sex crimes. The kind of technology that is being used under the subset of AI is called deepfake, and I'm sure a lot of you have heard about it.
Deepfakes is a portmanteau for deep learning and fake. It's become the word for these algorithmically generated face-swapped videos, like this one.
The more sophisticated the AI models become, the more convincing and realistic the deepfake content can be. When AI was first popularized, I could say around maybe a year ago, I quite remember this one phenomenon where people would take a selfie and put it into an app where they would take your face and paste that into your favorite movie actor, your favorite Disney princess in any film that you want. People were eating that up. But fast forward to this day, now that we know they were actually training their models on our data so that their generators could become even better. So like, just a year ago, you could see deepfake video of Lisa and Blackpink, Ariana Grande dancing, like innocuously, and we thought that was pretty harmless. And it was unreal enough that it gave the uncanny valley effect, and most of us hopefully knew that it wasn't real. But as you can see now, it's becoming very much real that it's so hard to differentiate between real and fake with these videos. Oh, what could go wrong? It's just dancing videos, and like, what's the worst that could become of it? Other than they're stealing data of our face and our ugly selfies. But of course, now that we know, they're basically doing it for digital warfare. But okay, transferring a mask of someone's facial features requires training a piece of software called an autoencoder on hundreds of images of the same face from different angles, different lighting, different expressions, until it learns what's similar between all of that. So they can sort of build a 3D model of your face. But back then, they needed a lot of data to do that. But nowadays, as our models becomes more efficient, they sort of need less data to do that. And that's why it was so prevalent back in the days for prominent figures and celebrities to be victims of deepfakes. But nowadays, anybody can be victims of these.
Is friends with Ashton Kutcher, and so he actually told him, like, oh, by the way, there are these things called deepfakes, and your wife is one of them.
One such company ads even offer undress any girl you want, showing how prevalent it is actually for every girl out there. This is alarming, it's scary. Just by uploading your picture online meant that anybody could download the image and generate these pictures of you. In Malaysia, we've gone so far back into this culture of blaming the victims or blaming women that they said it would be just better if women don't post any pictures online, don't post any photos online, because why you meminta, like why you asking for it?
I think a lot of it, when it comes to things like image-based sexual abuse and the current laws we have in place, there are a lot of loopholes that mean that prosecutions don't tend to happen very frequently.
With no clear laws and development of AI progressing exponentially, this actually paints a crazy, scary picture for us in the future. I just want to start by saying that we knew this would happen actually. Like, there were like multiple experts and even the godfather of AI himself giving us warning about the development of artificial intelligence, but guess what, we just decided to ignore that, or maybe. And yeah, this is why it's like progressed to this day like this. And Geoffrey Hinton, a trailblazer in artificial intelligence, also someone that they called the godfather of AI, actually left his job at Google so that he could give these warnings. But guess what? The whole world just decided to ignore it because, nobody cares. And it's quite crazy because this is word for word what he said. It is hard to see how you can prevent the bad actors from using it for bad things, Hinton said in an interview with the New York Times. We ignored artists when their art was being fed to AI generators and databases and regurgitated out again because their livelihood and work didn't matter to us. From silly and harmless DALL-E generated images that we took no heed from, now it has fed on all of these data and improving so fast that you can't differentiate between fake and reality. It has come upon us that it's going to affect all of our livelihoods. Studies have shown that as of this moment, humans cannot reliably spot audio deepfakes, with visual deepfakes only being able to spot out from the inconsistent mistakes they make in the generator. These mistakes will inevitably get smoothed out as the AI improves. An article in Brookings by Daryl M. West mentions that AI poses disproportionate risk to women in terms of economic fear but also personal security. Not only AI is disproportionately affecting women that populate entry-level jobs that will be most affected by automation, but also issues of fake nude and revenge porn that most typically prey mainly on women. There has been cases where prominent women such as Representative Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez has had their heads placed on a naked body to shame them. And it's not just women that suffer in leadership positions, but also everyday girls. There has been several schools that has reported cases of teenage girls being subjected to the same treatment. Victims such as Brooke Monk being harassed constantly with comments such as neon brown, which, surprise surprise, will lead to a profile called Neon Brown that has an edited or AI generated inappropriate picture of her, is truly and utterly dystopian. Imagine uploading multiple TikToks on dancing and having fun and almost everyone comments the same thing, neon brown, neon brown, neon brown, bringing you and other people more awareness on a vulgar generated picture of you. We always hear of these things happening to other people, and can happen to you, and it's only a couple of clicks away. The deepfake report in 2019 found that 96% of deepfakes online were pornographic content. Sexual humiliation and the use of such tactics against women have a long and complex history deeply rooted in societal power dynamics, gender inequality, and systemic issues. When men talk about violating women and hurting them, sexual humiliation and exploitation leading up to rape always are at the higher rung. A research officer of psychology at the University of the South in the US state of Tennessee mentions that sexual assault is not about sexual gratification or sexual interest, but more about dominating people. It has been a common theme running through gender attacks, where it is a ploy of power and control. And what's more powerful than taking a woman's face and making it do whatever you want?
Targets of deepfakes say that it does not matter intellectually that they know the images are fake. It feels like a violation. It feels like hundreds of people have seen them having sex on the internet with a stranger.
Sexuality has been weaponized as a means of control and domination. They can be seen in various historical contexts, such as warfare, where invading forces have used sexual violence as a tool to assert power and demoralize communities. Women, being historically considered the property of men or symbols of honor, have often been targeted to inflict shame and humiliation upon entire societies. Now, as we enter more liberated times, women are still being treated like commodities and property, reminiscent as a doll to be positioned in vulgar poses. If revenge porn was utilized against women, it was our fault for producing those tapes, although many of it were recorded without our consent in the first place. But if it were deepfake, is it our fault for posting a selfie online? Hi everyone, so I want to thank you all for listening to my video essay, although it wasn't that good. This is my first video essay, so I'm going to have to like be more good at it, writing the script in terms of it, because like I feel like my script writing was kind of lame, but I still hope you guys enjoyed it anyways. Bye! Oh, make sure to like and subscribe.